Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. Gary Waterman here, a former police officer and a recent Christian. Please check out my other videos so you understand how astronomically important this all is. My YouTube channel is at Gary Truth Sets Us Free. You can also email me on GaryTheTruthSetsUsFree at gmail.com. I'm getting so many emails from all over the world now. This is really gaining traction, and it really needs to, because it's irrefutable evidence that I'm showing, and this is why it needs to be grabbed whilst we can. And I honestly think this is going to change the world. It's that big. Look at my previous videos and you'll see why. But more importantly, I'm going to do a video in a minute that is really urgent and crucial and important. But before I do that, I just want to explain, in case anything happens to me, why that would likely be. Now, obviously, I'm uncovering extremely serious matters, irrefutable links to international fraud that links to the World Trade Center, Ghislaine Maxwell, Robert Maxwell, Max Clifford and Jeffrey Epstein, as well as politicians, special advisors for them, fraud throughout the whole system. It's astronomical. So obviously I'm at risk. When this all started happening and we started realizing how big this was, I was followed. As you know from previous videos, I had apps trying to be installed to track my location. My emails had been infiltrated, emails deleted, documents within emails altered. Okay, I'd been intimidated a couple of times, and also 2 attempts had been made to take items from my vehicle. My wife will corroborate most of that, and I'm going to do a video with her very soon in relation to some of this. Importantly, what I didn't mention with, and I do suggest you watch the Richard Vobes interview that I did. It's getting tens of thousands of views. Please go and look at that. But I forgot to mention that after reporting the initial concerns to Dorset Police, I received 2 emails from them which prove irrefutably that they were allowing a immunity from an investigation for bank employees to produce forged bank documents and then be used in circulation in relation to this fraud. Now, I've got those, okay? So this is serious stuff, guys. I've also got proof that they leaked information to a prime suspect who I had already named and explained why they were a prime suspect to Dorset Police. And I have proof that they leaked information that only they knew about the investigation to the prime suspect, who was a former Dorset police officer. So you can see, this is gold dust, guys. This is going to change the world. On top of that, despite knowing all of that, the Independent Office for Police Conduct, who stated on their own website that they have the potential, they have the ability to investigate sensitive matters that have the potential to affect the public's confidence in the police, can deal with that. They refused to deal and still insisted that Dorset Police deal with this investigation, and in fact shared my statement that only they had with Dorset Police without my consent. So I have now been put in serious danger by the very organisations that I worked for 18 years. This is meant to be, guys. This is meant to be. This is going to change the world. That was then escalated to the Serious Fraud Office. They refused to intervene. It then got intervened, and again, this is all documented to the Home Office itself, who oversee the constabularies for all the country. They refused to intervene. Everyone's refused to intervene, and they have shot themselves in the foot because they have highlighted their clear involvement. I've then made links evidentially to the head of the Serious Fraud Office, who they've now removed, but not in the right way. They're trying to cover it all up. Links to the former head of the Independent Office for Police Conduct. You know, they're digging a deeper hole all of the time. Everything they're now doing is creating more of a problem for them because they're digging a hole, because it's all being documented. So they're being backed into a corner, and that's why this is going to move mountains. But if anything happens to me, you know, I mean, a lot of the evidence is out there now, so there's not a lot they can do to stop it, and I think they know that, but I'll do another video in a minute. So anyway, let's get back to the urgent matter, and that's this specific court case, which is essential, okay, to not only for the child in relation to this case, but the whole system itself. So let's look at that. Let's look at that video, that email now. So this is the email. Now, you need to look at my other video, and there's a link in a minute, but you can see it on my YouTube channel, and it links into that phone call that was made on that video yesterday. Okay, but let's look at the email. This is really important. So you can see today's date at the top there, hopefully just there, 11th March on the left. And you can see that this email was sent this morning. I was hoping to do it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. Now, there's 5 sets of these emails, and this email, the same email, has been sent to around 650. Oh, let's go back. Oh, what's happened there? Sorry about that. 650 MPs and councillors, okay? And the councillors are in relation to my area, and you'll see why, because it all links back to my company and therefore heavily to my area. And the connections to Ghislaine Maxwell link very quickly to that area. So let's look at this email. So all I've done is redact a couple of things, which is my personal email, just so I don't give that out. And you can see all the MPs here. I'll go slow, you can pause this, look at it. Okay, so there's only some of them. Again, there's 5 sets of emails. And at the bottom here, I'll just point out that because I've been, and you'll see from the other video I've explained it, because of the information I'm now getting out, I'm getting personal contact from members of the public in relation to specific child protection court cases, okay, that are going through court process at the moment. Okay, so I've got to be careful what I say in relation to them. But I'm getting a lot of contact. And this is the first case that I looked at. And I found links very quickly, you'll see, to almost everyone surrounding that court cases. Almost every service links through to the system of fraud very quickly, and very quickly to Ghislaine Maxwell. But these emails at the bottom here are the police officers that I was told by the family have been involved in this case. Okay, so they're also copied in on this, and at the bottom I've just put a family member and redacted their email, so they've got a copy of this email. And it says, "Dear honourable ladies and gentlemen, as you may recall, I am a former police officer of 18 years service, a recent Christian and a victim in relation to this fraudulent system." There are some spelling mistakes, I do apologise. I've been doing it on my phone. "Following on from my previous email showing irrefutable evidence of international government fraud and its very close links to Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Max Clifford and the World Trade Center disaster, the matter is now gaining incredible traction with the public." And thank you to Richard Vobes for allowing me an interview, which is really catapulting this ahead now. "Despite this all being reported to almost 650 members of parliament and councillors and all relevant authorities over the last year and a half, there has been little to no response, and it appears that it's clearly being deliberately allowed to continue, and therefore poses a risk to the public with no suitable measures being implemented." If you watch my video on the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Council research, you'll see on there the things that I think have to now be implemented to stop this. And I'm stopping paying all taxes until those things are done. And I suggest everyone does the same, because my money's being used clearly in a criminal, corrupt system, and I won't be part of it. Due to the attention this is now gaining, I am being contacted in relation to specific child protection cases to try and assist by the family members, that is. The very first case, and then I've put the court race reference number there, which is accessible to members of the public anyway, links the solicitor, doctors, judges. Now let this sink in. Now I've got documents proving this. Okay, it links the solicitor, the doctors, the judges, the members of parliament for the area, the social service workers, and I haven't put it on here, but I've also now got evidence linking the school, okay, in relation to the children very closely to the system of fraud. My company as well, and Ghislaine Maxwell, which obviously then it does link through to Jeffrey Epstein as well, and Max Clifford, okay. And it also links through to the World Trade Center. We're talking very quickly. And one example is there's a member of parliament linked through to the MPs group that they created, and you're talking the very next company linked, okay? Ghislaine Maxwell was a director or secretary. You can see the implications of this. And there's very quick connections, as I've said, to Ghislaine Maxwell and my company and the management company surrounding my building. But aside from this, okay, there is specific information and evidence to justify concerns from the family about the child's welfare in itself. And that child is in protective custody at the moment. Now, I've seen some of the evidence, documented evidence in relation to it. Again, I can't be specific because there's a potential court case coming up. But as a former police officer and a human being, and I've put here, all of this shows that the child concerned needs to be placed into immediate, appropriate care, which at this time seems to be a member of the family, even if this is temporarily. And obviously that member of family would need to be have a check done to ensure there's no previous history of child abuse or anything like that. Now, I've attached a link below showing a call to Hampshire Police on the 10th of March, which was yesterday, in relation to this case. And this is now in the public domain. It has, of course, been edited to prevent any legal conflicts. I look forward to a response from you that can be shared with the general public very soon. As always, please feel free to contact me, and I'll put my number. Now, let that sink in, how serious this now is. Now, it can have massive implications. Now, again, I hope I might have said it in the video already, but let's remain calm, let's remain rational, okay? Let's be the better people in this, okay? Let's not get angry. Let's flood the evidence so much that those in power step down, okay? And then we can start sorting this mess out. Let's get the people in the top out. It's already happening, okay? This is irrefutable evidence. Eventually, you'll see, I think, over the next few weeks, they're going to be dropping out like flies, and we've got to hope there's some good ones left. There is evidence I've got suggesting there's good MPs in there. There's certainly going to be good police. Not all police officers are going to be involved. In fact, most aren't even going to know about this. It's going to be the tops of the organisations that know about this that are involved. Let's get them out, okay? Let's get them out. We can start afresh, get a transparent system, and change this world. And I honestly think that's now is what's going to happen, okay? So, that's the video. God bless you all, and I'm going to do another video in relation to the concerns around my safety and why those concerns are probably there, and also some very serious information that I've got that I would like to share. God bless you all.